Fame is like a drug. It can take you to the highest of heights of feeling good, looking good.
Reality TV has been a blessing for me, and it has been a curse for me as well.
But like all forms of external validation, there are some pitfalls that come along with being deemed famous. Tell the truth about how you forgot who you were for 30 seconds and woke up in a situation you couldn't get out of. Tell that truth.
Thank you, Iyanla. Oh, that truth. I'm back. Yes, I am back with another video right on time for you to see, for that person to see, for that person to see, for you all to see. Why am I back? This is why I'm back. I am here to react to Iyanla's first season 6 episode on Oprah Winfrey Network. So if those of you who have not watched that episode, I'm gonna need you guys to press stop on this video, pause, and go watch that video, and then come back to this reaction. So for those of you who have already watched the episode, go ahead and get your popcorn, go ahead and get your tea, whatever you need to get comfortable so you can listen to this reaction, okay? So, Iyanla's first season premiere episode. For those of you who already know, Althea was on the episode, also known to be on Love and Hip Hop New York. Then you have Christiana, also known as Duchess from Black Ink Crew. All of America has watched both of these ladies. And then you also have, what's her name? Mignon. Not a lot of people knew of Mignon, but she did one episode with Bridezillas. So this episode was Iyanla showcasing and shedding light on those who get lost in the sauce of reality TV. Because all three of these ladies have lost a part of themselves in the world of reality TV, and which, you know, brought them to Iyanla. So Iyanla could see what's going on, you know, diagnose some things, and get it cleaned up. Because you know Iyanla gets it cleaned up. Iyanla gets it cleaned up. If you're willing, though. Because we've seen people who are not willing, they don't get the healing. Okay? So, first off, let's go ahead and start with Althea. So Althea, Love and Hip Hop New York, also known as Benzino's girlfriend on the show. We all know Benzino. But with Althea, you know, just like the rest of the girls, you know, trying to find themselves. But along the way, Iyanla, something was off. Something was off with Althea. Something that she wasn't confronting. Something that Iyanla sensed and picked up about Althea. You know, because Iyanla, you know, said that, okay, you know, Althea, are you just here for TV? And Althea could never really answer the question. She just kind of beat around the bush and basically try to find an answer for something that she was not giving an answer to. So boom, that was already red flag. You know, okay, we're gonna have to inspect this a little bit more. Simply because, you know, Iyanla spoke to Althea about her craft. You know, what is your craft? And two, Iyanla spoke on how Althea was charged with assault. You know, you remember that part of the episode where all the ladies were coming into the house after they were greeted by Iyanla, and she had these cardboard boxes of the ladies, you know, and she said, do y'all know these girls? And, you know, all the girls were like, you know. And Iyanla turned the cardboard over. And the first one she turned over was Althea. And boom, you see a mugshot. And Althea was completely like flabbergasted, had no words, because it just got real. It just got real. Maybe those girls, I'm sure those girls did not know what they were coming into, but with Iyanla, Iyanla don't have time to play. Iyanla is there to give it to you straight, no chaser. So, as Iyanla was talking with Althea, there was just a lot of mixed signals going on, just from what Althea was wanting, and from what Iyanla inspected, what she was wanting, she was not getting, as far as where she wanted her craft, singing, to take her. And but Iyanla realized that her craft wasn't getting her what she actually wanted. And so Iyanla had to break it down to her. Like, look, you have to understand that what you actually wanted was just fame and money. You actually got it. You got it at the cost of what it brought to you, which was, losing yourself, losing their identities in reality, because these images of these women were created by people outside of themselves. So they dealt with the backlash of, people, coming up with these perceptions about them only from what they saw about TV. And so, all these ladies at the core were there to want to, get that cleaned up. Well, I can't say that because y'all already saw the episode. Althea was not there to get shit cleaned up. Althea was there to be on TV. And like Iyanla said, she ain't come here to do no damn. She ain't come here to do no damn healing. That's why she can't tell the truth. Tell the damn truth about it. Tell that truth. Let me stop. But no, yeah. Iyanla. I love Iyanla because she just keeps it real. But long story short, Iyanla just saw through Althea, especially when, Iyanla was like, so the producers have found you recording this video in my phone, my water bottle is the phone. She said, my producers found this on your Instagram where you were recording that you were on set. Why? And immediately defensive. Well, it's my life and I get to post whatever I want to post. Red flag again. Red flag. And Iyanla said, but no, you came to me. So, why are you telling other people that what you're about to do when it comes to your healing is so important that you have to let the outside world know about your intimate healing process? And again, she could not answer the question straightforward. And Iyanla just saw it for what it was. And that was that for Althea. The next day she couldn't make it. She couldn't take it, because what was in the dark came to the light. And Iyanla brought that light. So, next we have Christiana. So, Christiana, she was definitely there for her healing. As well as Miss Mian, just because they were the last two women standing. And it is a common issue where we do lose ourselves, from wanting to have validation from other people, wanting fame, because the only reason why we want fame is just so that we can feel good enough, so that we can feel appreciated, so that we can feel recognized, so that we can feel seen. But Iyanla always, emphasized, at what cost did you put on the line so you can get this recognition, so you can get this fame? What did you lose? What did you put on the table? And the price they paid was their own identity, their own sense of self that they forgot along the way. And, I actually got to meet Christiana one time at an old job of mine. And so at first I was a little starstruck, but I had to remember, no, she's just a person. And so to see her really committed to doing her healing work definitely, just inspired me. And, I was rooting for her. I was so proud of her, because when you want to heal, like, that takes you getting outside of yourself and doing something that you've never done before, and willing to put yourself at risk for something that you don't know is going to happen, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. But Christiana's most, I just love how emotionally available Christiana is naturally. And I just saw that as, her just being so easily vulnerable and receptive. But too, from Christiana's case, it kind of got in the way of her being able to fully, separate what's good for her versus what other people think, And it had a lot to do when it got to that moment in the episode with her makeup. Because that was the hardest thing for her to do, was to take that off, just because of the feedback that she got from a lot of people on the internet about her looks, that she then believed and felt as though, she had to wear makeup in order to, avoid the criticism, avoid the backlash. And, Iyanla was like, why do I care about what people say about me? People call me a witch. They talked about my boots. Why do I care? Because Iyanla was like, why are you on the internet? Basically, why are you giving your time and energy to what people have to say when they don't know you? And when we lose our identities, this is the important thing. When we lose our identities, then our identity becomes, and it goes in the hands of other people who do not have our best interests at heart. When we're not in charge of how we create our own identity, of who we are. And that was Christiana's problem. And Iyanla, let her know, what if this is where your healing is? Because this is what you've had the most problem with. What if? And I'm so proud that she took the time to take that risk and go into some unknown territory. And Miss Mignon, same story. Same story of losing her identity and wanting to get it back. But, and her words were, I just don't want to live the lie anymore. And when are we going to be fed up with living lies that we know we're living? When are we going to be fed up? And I commend those ladies, Christiana and Mignon, those who stayed into the end, to get rid of those lies in their lives. Because they were existing here in their minds. I commend them. And, it just goes to show, like with Miss Mignon, of how, people on reality TV, and I'm going to pause on Mignon real quick, but go back to what Duchess said on how, she felt as though, she started to believe what the producers would say about certain things that she would want to be aired on television, that, according to the producers, were not entertaining. So she began to believe, Is my authentic self boring? Just because she's not cussing someone out or fighting or, doing something that's ratchet. And see, that's what happens when you hand over your story and your identity and, the expression of who you are to someone else who does not have your best interests at heart. And I love how Duchess said that, reality TV is not for people because it's not reality. It's a preconceived notion of what reality is, full of illusions. That's my belief. And, that is also what Iyanla said too. I just love Iyanla. Just from what, when it just came down to, her really, being fed up, Remember how you forgot who you were for 30 seconds, showed up in a place you didn't know how to get out of. Tell that truth. That's what I'm talking about. How you dishonored, disrespected, and devalued yourself for a check, for a man. You did that before? You were on reality TV. Reality TV was just a vehicle. You were putting a needle in the... You did it. Oh, but it was so true. I could tell from Althea's face while Iyanla was saying what she was saying. She was having a hard time listening. She was thinking so much that she couldn't even receive. And like Iyanla said, Althea, hear me. She wasn't ready to receive. And I just love how, right when the moment came when she let, the viewers know that Althea could not make it, she said, maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe she came for the wrong reason. Or maybe she wasn't willing to pay the price from shifting to reality to what's real. I love how Iyanla, does her, she gives you those words and keep it moving. Anyway, oh, I just love Iyanla. That's why, so many people can talk about Iyanla and talk about how, she ain't doing, she in people business, she doing too much, she treading in territory she don't need to be in, she don't know what she talking about, They came to her. They came to her because clearly what she does is important and it's of value. So let's get to Miss Mignon. Miss Mignon, Brazilla's. She did what was the pivotal moment for her was when the producers wanted her to, throw some water on her sister just to see if they would get a reaction. And they did. And Mignon blacked out, and that was that. And even when she wanted to go for a job, the people at the work, asked her, well, are you going to beat me up if you get mad? And that's valid because of what was shown on TV. And that's why, are you really willing to pay the cost to be in something that does not share the real story of who you are? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because like Miss Mignon said, she was looking for her 15. How many people are looking for their 15 seconds right now? Looking to get, the spotlight. Looking to get that moment. But for what? Why are you doing it? ask yourself, why are you doing it? And there came a point where these ladies, Christiana Mignon, because Althea, she didn't really ask herself. She was just there to be on TV. Where it came to a point where I'm sure they asked themselves, why? And they wanted to get to the bottom of it. Overall, I just really love the show. I really love what Iyanla does, and I really love the people who are receptive to want to heal their spirits and gain a new perspective and gain just a new vision for their own lives. So thankful for that show, because we learned so much. If you are a real fan of the show, if you really enjoy the show, you're going to learn, because Iyanla even said that show is her classroom, and it is. Look how she provides examples for all the guests that she has had to break down the insight that she received to bring it to the people. You know, it's wonderful, and you learn, and even if you're not on the show, you learn, you get to heal too. I know I have. I sure have. And I just thank Iyanla. Let's thank Iyanla right now. Thank you, Iyanla. Thank you for changing our lives behind the screen, and thank you for changing those people's lives on that set, those who read your books, those who showed up to your whatevers. Thank you. Thank you. That's the end of this review. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another video when I get the nudge. When I get that desire, I'll be back. Peace.